How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Bobby6kid and welcome back to Pyre. Now we are ready to take on the next rite. I can't remember. I think we're playing against the Pyre Hearts in this one. I think we're going to pick Jadariel for this one because we kind of need to get her enlightened so we can send her home. Because she'll be pretty good in the resistance, I imagine, since she's a scary-ass demon. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the muddy bleakness at the pit of Melethe. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set in. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This knight is not a knight at all. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. He notices you finally. Oh, Master Reader, this knight did not see you there just now. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then a glimmering within the sky draws you and his attention. Here we go. I'm definitely using Sir Gilman because he is awesome. Whoa. Something else catches your notice in the sky, this time strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form, but those dark stars are portentous sign. Though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth you may invite the influence of the titan stars. Okay, what does that mean?
Behold, the titan stars.
What do we have to do? At the start of this rite, your pyre shall automatically suffer 30 damage. Why would we want that? To rank up faster. Your adversaries shall each have +8 hope, making them return sooner after banishment. Ah. Your adversaries shall be more cunning and much quicker to react. Jesus. I'm gonna do this one. Did I do it, or did I just start the rite? I don't know what I did. I'm not sure. Let's see. I want greater enlightenment. Definitely.
The titan stars. Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Who could stand against them in their fury? You are wise to have resisted their seductions, reader.
Aw, I thought I clicked one.
Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Night Wings. Now then, make ready for the rite.
Then again, the Pyre Hearts are pretty good. Gilman, still not abandoned your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities? Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. This knight is most surprised that you have the courage even to show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You are no knight at all. You're a teensy minnow, swimming in a sea of minnows many, many times your size, and with much more honor too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful, you Nightwings. You are stupid to have taken that one in, and you are no good at the rites, and another thing, we do not fear you. Yeah, way to prove it. Probably good I didn't pick it, because the Pyre Hearts are actually really, really good. Rookie. Of course. Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
And Jadariel.
The choice is cast.
Prepare yourselves, the worm knights of the Sea Dominion can be a cunning foe. Come then, Nightwings. Show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow who you harbor. On guard. We got this. We just want Jadariel to level up, that's why I brought her.
Now begin. The first of many banishments.
Alright, here we go.
The
Ha!
first dousing.
He's too fast for you.
There.
Yes!
Let it be.
Rookie, you're just too damn good. You know that? Too damn good. Ha!
Deliverance.
Man, we are fucking wrecking them. We should have enlisted that knight, that titan.
Doused the adversary's flames.
We're fucking destroying them out there. Just make it quick and painless on this night, because this looks like it's over for us, pretty much.
That craven's a deluge. Doubtless using
Damn.
exile as a means of shirking military service. 'Tis
Ooh.
one of the scribe's orders.
Oh, Jadario, you suck.
There.
Ha! Too fast.
Gilman plunges into the fire.
Alright, one more.
Once more like that, and we are finished.
Ha! Done.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail again.
Rookie, you're too good.
Vastly outperformed their adversaries. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Rookie, you can never leave. We need you too much. Curse you, Gilman. You're a fool to abandon us. And now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You still do not seem to understand, Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Shut up. You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You called this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade, and everybody knows. Everybody knows this knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him. Can't let him get to you.
Tend to teach something of trust.
He's hopeless. Focus, training, prowess. The path towards survival on the blood border. These rites make similar demands of us. A mastery for Jadariel. When landing from a jump, Jadariel briefly stuns nearby adversaries. Deals an additional 10. Okay. Instantly recovers all their stamina. Maybe we should get that one. Since she's all about attack, really, because she doesn't really do much else.
Until the stars align.
Yeah, we should have grabbed the Titan Star, though. I thought I did, but I must have pushed the wrong button. God damn. Alright, let's move on to the next rite. Back at the wagon after prevailing over the Pyre Hearts in a decisive victory. You're about to join the others discussing the outcome when Volfred finds you. Good work back there, my boy. Though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please join me outside. Look forth, the golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. The path to freedom reveals itself. Does that mean we can immediately go for another person to be free? The Bogster. That's where we were. So can we be free then? Challenge the essence. Prevail and one among you shall be free. We have to play against them. Alright, let's do it. The rites are calling you again to the fall of Soliam, where one among you may go free should you prevail. It is as we discussed, the cycle of rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the Essence, who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Elodial ought to be a little easier than before, at least. We should be able to make landing near to some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. Soon everyone is off to rest, as best they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Who do we have to talk to? Sir Gilman. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He's been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night, he knows what he shall do now, when this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights, we are born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. For the moment we shove past our wormling brethren in their egg sacs to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this night's kind to an early doom, or in the case of, say, a deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, and living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. He looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out, when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Nightwings. This, the fulfillment of our plan and the pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterwards is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot be fully achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride, something has changed in him. +2 presence permanently. Nice. He's getting buffed up, man. Alright, let's continue. Time to free someone. Being here in flagging hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. -1 hope again. Let's take off. We've got a long trip ahead of us. To Mount Elodiel. Yeah, it's quite far. It's quite far. Should we have done all the other rites first? I don't think it was worth it. Everyone's pretty close to leveling, like being max level and shit. Oh, what's this? The inverted fall of Salayim roars into the sky. Somewhere beyond it lies the Commonwealth, beyond your vision and beyond your grasp. Alas, we cannot simply fly on back up to our homeland. This wagon has its limitations, I'm afraid. But we shall return yet. Let us continue now along the path. Now, where do we have to land? Over here? Emperor's Fall? Or Emperor's Ascent? Hedwyn will gain favor. Pamither will gain favor. Let's do this one then. Hedwyn. That'll do. You make landing on the sacred Mount Elodiel, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Bolford finds you after post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to Fall of Salayim by land. May we soon liberate another one of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Okay, seek the Harp Scribe's favor. Later that day you accompany Hedwyn into the sublime grandeur of Emperor's Ascent, where a monument to Trieste Theus awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place you begin to sense Hedwyn's inner thoughts as clear as if he were speaking aloud. We have to prevail, whether on behalf or not, I do not care right now. We have to prevail for everyone's sake. Please, help us do this, help us. Soon you and he have finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Trieste Tithys has shown you favor. At dawn you should begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. +2 quickness. I haven't done any of these other vocations yet. Who cares? Let's just do mentoring as usual. I want to get Jadariel enlightened so I can get rid of her. That sounds awful. Let's do Tizo. Tizo would be pleased to go over the finer points to the right with you. You and Tizo go over what you know of the celestial landmarks you have been to, and how their properties impact the Nightwings and the rites. You can tell he knows many of them well by now. Level up. Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the rites, and as part of the Nightwings. Alright, what do we got? After casting his implode ability, Tizo returns much faster than usual. Banish adversaries in a much wider area, that's pretty good. I want that. His self-destruct is pretty good. Tizo rather enjoys the time he gets to spend at each celestial landmark. Now we get to talk to someone. Edwin, what would you like, my friend? Edwin seems preoccupied with something, but sees you approach. Hey, my friend, come join me for a bit. His smile returns as you draw near. What a mess we've gotten ourselves into. Gotten you into, There's something I feel bad about. Back when we found you in the sandfolds, did you have any idea what you were getting into? It's gone as well as could be expected. You reply that for all the struggles you have had to face together with the group, you remain grateful for this journey. For it is not so that through such struggles are the bonds of friendship made stronger? Edward nods his head in agreement. I think you're right about that. I guess if you can read the stars, then reading matters of the heart might not all be that difficult either. He says nothing more for some time. Look, there's something else I wanted to tell you. You've guided us through this whole ordeal. We've come to depend on having you around. But when the time comes, I hope you do what's best for you. I know being part of a group like this, it's supposed to be all about the group, all about the greater goal, and I get that. It's just, I don't think you owe any more to me or anyone here. All of us, we have our problems, right? We wouldn't be here if we didn't. We're all part of this, and we're all helping one another through it. But in the end, no one's responsible for our problems except us. So whether it's that business between Pamitha and Tamitha, or Sir Gilman and his honour, or me, or anyone here, it's for each of us to sort it out. I like to think that that's why we're here. The perspective that we gain, knowing each other, I think it's helped us make it this far. But in the end, our problems are our own. No one's expecting you or anyone to set them right for us. Or so I keep saying to myself. It's all any one of us can do to deal with our own problems, then also have to deal with each other's. I think we're all just grateful at this point to have each other for support. So thank you, my friend, for yours. Now take care. I'm off for a bit. He lays a hand on your shoulder as he heads out of the wagon. Cool. Alright, let's continue our journey and move on. I'm ready to free someone. This is going to be awesome. Alright, so high road. Gain favor. Piso will gain favor. Let's do that one because we're going to use Ruki in the next trial, the next rite, of course, because we use him in every single rite ever because he's the best. Although Sir Gilman's nearly as good now. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Lou Sklorian, and Ruki happens to take notice. So you scribes people. Can you hear me okay? If you can, then do me a solid, and let me get out of here already. My family can't do nothing without me, and they've been waiting for a while now. He says little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Lou Sklorian has shown you favour. +2 presents. Cool. I don't want to lose Ruki. I don't want to. Here we go again. You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upward towards the summit, past an archway of carved stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. Gilbert ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Pamitha passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Ruki passes through the gate. Jadariel passes through the gate. Tizo passes through the gate. Hedwyn passes through the gate. Volfred passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The guardian of the Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in a formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. What is her problem with the lone minstrel? With Tariq? Have they had, like, history? I mean, they're like a male and female version of each other. They're like the same. Again, you gain the top of Mount Elodial, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you shall soon follow Faye from this place. It's cool how it always remembers what's happened and who's gone and all that sort of thing. Well, let's commence the rite right now. The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but you cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Volfred looks up at you. I trust you are feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we ought to return in time. All ought to return in time if possible. Know simply that, for each one of us who goes, in doing so he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, sir, this night you shall confront the Essence. They have already appointed Tamitha to be liberated, should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my boy, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. So who's best to be liberated? By your estimations. Oh shit, we can do it here? What's this one? Automatically gain 30.
Archbeast Sungrease.
Plus 3 enlightenment. Ooh, are we gonna be too cocky? No, let's do it.
The widow.
They're gonna get plus 30 and we're gonna take a negative 30. Let's do it. Oh, this is gonna be fucking difficult. We need our best on this. Which means we have to lose one of our best, unfortunately. We should let Ruki go.
Vikings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the Essence which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur, the pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Essence, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamitha Thien. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the Highwing remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended, should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan. Then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thien. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought well take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore, like your Trieste Tithys. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools in their naked attempt to subsume our heritage, our culture. Speak not again thus of the saint, or you should be expelled, Tamitha Thien. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention towards your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your Commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. Okay, sounds fun. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more, the first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
I don't want to lose Ruki, but I have no choice. He really, really wants to go. It's going to make everything so much harder, though. I want to get rid of Tamitha. So I'm going to get my shot at all this, then. How very thoughtful of you, reader, darling.
Who shall stand with her?
Ruki and Sir Gilman.
Ruki.
Don't have to ask twice, not after everything Pam and I have been through.
Sir Gilman.
By this knight's honor, we shall fight with all his might.
It is done.
One final obstacle to overcome ere I soar again above your Commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon, but first, let us dance this final time. Okay. Let's hope that boosting their Pyre by 30 and reducing ours by 30 isn't going to bite us in the ass. Because it probably will. Fucking hell. Their Pyre's at 155. As the Liberation Rite continues, he sends Pamitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone please. Let her prevail, let her prevail. Please let her prevail here this once. If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it, but please let Tamitha prevail. For she is here wrapped up in all of this because of me. The plea trails off and Pamitha remains steadfast, all their attention focused on the Liberation Rite. And as for Tamitha, prepare yourselves, Nightwings! And as for you, Pamitha, I await the outcome of this night. For it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. You're bitter, man. No, I'm not going to let you win. No way. If you win, you win, but I'm not letting you win. Not going to happen. And you're not going to win, because we are fucking you up out there. Although we've got a long way to bring your Pyre down. Hark now, my sisters! Damn what that book says. Advance to strike formation. Prevail here against these wretches, no matter the cost. In disregard for the ways of the rights, Tamitha Thean has ordered her triumvirate to push further afield, adopting an even more aggressive stance for the remainder of this rite. Isn't that against the rules? I'm just gonna go around the outside. Ha! That's what you get for trying to cheat, asshole. Shit! Shit! No, you fuckers. Fuck! How do you knock them out of the sky when they're flying above you? I can't do anything about it when they're flying. Oh, we have lost.
And there it is.
Fuck!
At last. The essence proved their worth.
We lost.
As for the Nightwings, they most certainly did not.
Well, we paid for that.
Thus ends the Liberation Rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the essence shall be free.
That's what Pamitha wanted.
Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
It's our first loss ever. Well, if things went our way, then none of us would be here in the first place, right? Shut up, Pamitha. I'm blaming you. I never brought you in. Commonwealth fools. How fitting that traditions such as this should spring forth from a culture such as yours. They would have put me to the sword, but no, they in their arrogance and in their smug superiority deigned reason that those such as I ought to be exiled instead. Here then, we would live in penitence and learn the error of our ways. She laughs, for once though not with joy. Such utter nonsense, and now they shall receive me, an open-armed, a champion forged by their precious system, yet I shall use every waking breath to bring them all to ruin. She turns to her fellow sisters of the essence and regards them with respect. Sisters, we may not be bound by blood, but ours is a stronger bond than even than that. May we soar together in the stars someday, and I swear to you, the High-Wing remnants shall survive. Farewell, sisters. A moment later, she is gone, engulfed within the waters of the Shimmer Pool. Yet you hear her voice reverberate for one last time. Farewell, sisters. We lost.
Godspeed, Tamitha Thane.
Okay, we should probably not power them up
Scribes are ever merciful.
in the final rite.
By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
You and the Nightwings have experienced your first defeat, but this is not the end. Rather, this is an opportunity for you and your fellow exiles to press onward. Pamitha, for example, learned a valuable lesson this night. So too is Ruki, not in spite of this setback with the essence, but because of it. And Sir Gilman is no exception. He has gained more insight here as well. Your fellow exiles all shall gain enlightenment and learn and grow from what transpired. And your story shall continue. The choice of whether to accept such outcomes now and all throughout your quest is to be yours alone. Okay. Well, that was fucking bullshit. We just got our shit ripped apart. I couldn't stop them when they're flying. I can't do anything about it. Good a time as any to say thanks for having me along in this strange little journey of yours, Rita darling. Plus 8 quickness. Cool. That'll be good because she's fucking slow.
Until the rites begin anew.
Well, Tamitha, I knew full well I could never give back to you the years you spent in exile, and I knew I could never regain your trust. But maybe now at least I can start to live with myself again. Though how absurd. I might have doomed the Commonwealth, the Highwing remnants, and Tamitha alike this night, and yet, once more, all I can think of is myself. I need a drink. Well, that sucks. Our first loss, and it was in the Liberation Rite. Just about the worst place to lose. Any other loss wouldn't have mattered. After the Liberation Rite, you find Tamitha drinking alone. Everyone else seems to be off doing something equivalent. You're about to leave when she looks up at you. That's that then, Rita darling. Mission accomplished. Is that what you wish to hear? That my loyalties have all this time rested with Tamitha? You know that's not that simple. Besides, I think I've made plain my intentions from the start. I'm here because of her. She looks up at you and then... But I'm still here because of you. She pauses again for a time. I do not know the reasons why we failed that Liberation Rite. Were the essence simply superior to us, perhaps? But I don't wish to know. And as you can probably detect here, darling, I feel no joy in this outcome. But I feel as though a part of me was liberated here, along with Tamitha. So I realize this may make little sense right now, but thanks, if nothing else, for being there to help me see this through. She then gestures towards you with her bottle. Yeah, let's have a drink. You accept the bottle and the two of you drink in silence for a time. Nothing more needs to be said. As the hour grows very late, you excuse yourself and leave her to her thoughts. If Tamitha was ever conflicted in her intentions, you sense that now she is fully committed to the group. There's nothing else to strive for. We did what we could. With each Liberation Rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits us at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, Rita, I take it you have seen the stars, or should I say the lack thereof? You have, or did. Once more, the sky is an abysmal darkness, following the Liberation Rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run. Besides, once we arrive, best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. Cool. Let's just have a chat with Ruki and then we'll wrap this one up, I guess. You thought Ruki was trying to get your attention, but soon realized his attention is fixated on someone else. Might I assist you with something there, Mr. Greentail? Ruki has not struck you as the sort to ever be a loss for words, and yet... just trying to see if maybe... Tamitha gives a laugh, not in an unkind way. At ease, Ruki darling. You know I have no immediate plans to snatch you up and eat you for a snack, if that was your concern. No, it's just, I mean, what is it then, huh? Look, I got this really stupid question here. Been bugging me is all. It's just, us Kurs, we don't have many run-ins with you folk, and so... What's your really stupid question, Ruki darling? Okay, here goes. How come you always wear that hat? Tamitha remains silent for a time and then... This helm was given to me by my blood sister on the night of my first kill. Slowly she reaches for the helm. Ruki Greentail, this helm, it means nothing to me now. I want you to keep it. What? Then Tamitha begins to laugh again. Come on, Ruki darling. You've got to stop being so serious around me all the time. I don't bite. Besides, we seem to make a decent enough team out there, I think. You're pretty quick. Ruki laughs rather sheepishly. Alright. You got me pretty good there, sister. So, that stuff you said about the hat then? Total nonsense, mostly. I just happen to like it. So you're saying I can't keep it? If I get out of here before you, Mr. Greentail, it's all yours. It's a deal. He skitters off before Tamitha can respond. She simply shrugs at you and smiles. Nice. Well, I'm sorry we lost that one. That was fucking unfortunate, but I guess It is what it is. Ah, well. I guess that's just the way it goes sometimes. Though I'm not happy about it. They've been crossed off. They shall not soon regroup. So, we don't have to play them again then. Alright, well, we're going to wrap this one up. It's unfortunate, but we lost the trial, but I guess that's what Panther wanted, so I guess some good came out of it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.